Hello everybody and welcome back to Europa, where as usual we find ourselves in an admin deficit here. That's very typical, of course. We created this deficit ourselves because we need to core all of this. We're at 263% overextension. I'm not expecting this to be too bad as far as the separatists go. We're not concerned about separatists in the New World. That is completely and totally irrelevant to us. But we are concerned about separatists in territory that is not governed by one of our colonial nations. So these are our medium Mississippi peasants. They can do whatever they want. I don't care about that. We're going to sort by overextension here. We're definitely skipping this one for the time being. Absent merchant. Okay, that's not so bad. We're definitely skipping this one for the time being and going directly for this one because it only costs 75. It's half as much for virtually the same amount of overextension. So we're just going to skip these more expensive ones and we'll come back to them later. But this will be fine. So it's currently 1840 and we need to work our way through this admin deficit. We have a bad reputation. Who could have ever imagined that? Cool. But we have less of an admin deficit than we have ever had in the past. So this is great. We've got Wenro Separatists, I don't care, and Anilko Separatists, I don't care. Those are completely and totally irrelevant to us. Now, we could set some of our armies here to suppressing unrest. I'm not going to bother with that. I like to manually manage it. It is something that you can do. I would like to spend money rather than get more unrest. Thank you very much. We will begin to core here. Apparently we managed to win a battle. Fantastic. That's fine. And I just want to check in here. I mean, in terms of our provincial unrest, it is pretty high. Are we going to have major particularist issues? That is a question that we need to ask. None of these that I've looked at so far are scary. This is a little scary. That said, we have nothing to spend our military power on, so we can just harsh treatment them. And that buys us time. Cool. So that seems relatively okay to me. I don't think there's any problem whatsoever there. Okay, these are both in the New World, correct? Correct. Not too concerned about that right now. Separatist sentiment is all fine. And when are these cores going to finish up? Well, we're 20% done with one core now. Benign neglect, huh? If it moves, draft it. We're basically full on manpower, but we're also full on cash. That said, we're losing money right now. Primarily due to our rooting out of corruption. But that's okay. That'll be done soon enough. And we're going to core down here as soon as we can, which will be next month tick. Looks good. We are going to have some real rebel uprisings soon. So we will have to start dealing with those. Fantastic. So we'll get these continued to core. And here's some real rebel uprisings. Okay. So let's get zoomed in a little bit so we can actually see things. There we go. And this one we don't care about. Wonga Separatists, we will head up and deal with, no problem. Sinti Separatists, no issue here. Venati Separatists, nice and small. And Pegu Separatists. I'm going to send just this unit, but they have leadership, so we should win that. Looks good. Oh yeah. I'm quite certain we're going to win that. So we need to continue to convert here. And let's sort by unity. There we go. Cool. We're going to have a bunch more revolts here. This is fully expected. Okay. That's definitely a lot, but we don't care about this one. We don't care about this one. Cornish Separatists down here. Now, that's a good number of them. So we're going to group up over here. And we'll come back to that in a moment. Mysorean Separatists down here. I'm going to pop a leader here. And in we go. Scythian Separatists, no problem. Moroccan Separatists, no problem. Malian Separatists, already handled. Navarrese Separatists. Looks good. We're going to take these guys up, and just to be on the safe side, we'll move these guys with. Oud Separatists out over here is a little bit more in terms of numbers. Okay, we're going to move this unit down to... Actually, I'm going to move both of these together. We're going to move these guys in like so, unforce march these guys, and just move them in like that. Okay, Phoenician Separatists here, no problem. These guys have pretty decent numbers. I don't really want to roll up a leader right now. We'll put this guy in and we'll see how that goes. Usugi Separatists out here, they're already handled. Carthaginians. That's a good number of Carthaginians. So we'll head in something kind of like this. I would like to give some leadership here. But I feel like all of our leaders are assigned. So for the moment, I'm not going to do that. And I want to keep our military power for those particularists, if need be. I'm definitely feeling like we don't have many troops over here. And we can definitely pull 2 armies over. So we'll go ahead and do that. That looks good. Now, I'm a little bit concerned about this situation. So we're winning all of these battles. That's to be expected. But the numbers here are what's concerning me. So we'll retreat. And we'll replenish. They will not replenish, I believe. So there's all of these revolts, which are to be expected. Cool. This is all completely expected. So Apache Separatists, I guess since we're right here, we can deal with them. Armenian Canadian Particularists, they're dealt with. Separatists out over here, whatever. This is already dealt with. Makuan Separatists will head on up. Chokwan Separatists, no problem. Akikuyu Separatists, we'll deal with those. Cambodians, out over here. A decent number of them to boot. So we're going to move these guys in, unforce march these guys, unforce march them. There we go. And we'll move these guys in, no problem. Funge Separatists out over here. This shouldn't be an issue. We'll force march on down. And 51k. Just to be safe, we'll move... There we go. We'll move these guys in as well. Cool. So we're going to need to replenish troops here. And that's a conversion finishing. We will definitely continue to convert. Cool. So we're going to let these guys replenish for a few months. And I also want to check in on Wales up over here, the Welsh Separatists. Or I guess Cornish. My apologies. They are Cornish Separatists, not Welsh. So in we go. And here's a bunch more revolts. We fully expect this. We should be working our way through these pretty nicely, though. There's a number of them there, for sure. Okay, we don't care about this. That's fine. Pairi Separatists, we can deal with them. No problem. Yeah, we are force-marched. Greek Separatists. There's a good number of them here, so I'm going to force-march this army down. Swabian Separatists, again a good number. So we're going to force march these guys in as well. Maratha Separatists down here. We're just going to swing up like so. And then there's these guys out over here. I'm going to send this force over. Oyo Separatists here, no problem. Gujarati over this way. That's quite a number of them. So we're going to move down like so. And then there's these guys. It should be fine. Hijazi looks good. And then there's these lads. I'm going to move these 2 units in, and then this one here. We've now got some Welsh Separatists. Clearly they're upset about me calling the Cornish Separatists Welsh, but we're just going to pop over like that. Noop Separatists over here, no problem. We've got some Swedish Separatists as well. There we go. This is not as bad as 400%, that's for sure. Cool. So that's all getting dealt with. And at this point, I want to check in on the particularists. We now have enough military power to suppress them again. And they're at 50%. So we should definitely suppress them again. There we go. Cool. How are we doing on our coring? We're about 40% done. Here's a bunch more revolts. That's fully expected, of course. About 12 more revolts here. Cool. So this is fine. Cuban peasants, we don't care about that. Shoshone separatists, that's fine. These guys we don't care about. Vietnamese separatists. Now these we do care about. These guys are walking into us. Cool. Seems fine to me. I'm not going to complain about that. And we're just going to deal with these. There we go. Okay, so we've got a unit here. We need to bring these guys on down. Jimin separatists, we should be able to deal with that with just a single army, I think, but I'll bring this one up just to be safe. Omani separatists, this is no problem. Kuban separatists, sure, dealt with. Mari separatists, we'll send these guys up to deal with that, I guess. Dahomian separatists, cool. Ashanti, we'll force march these guys, no problem. Roman separatists, so there's a good number of them here. We'll do something like this. These are Tuscan. Okay, so we'll just do something kind of like that, and then once they're done here, they can just pivot up this way. Looks good. Can we get another core going? Not quite. We want 75, so next month tick. Cool. So no major issues here thus far. There's losing a stability. That's rough. I'd hoped that that wouldn't happen, but that's just random. Okay. So on the month tick here, we're now able to start up this core. And that's exactly what we want to do. Cool. So how are we doing on these uprisings? We're going to have a few for sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 isn't so bad, really. It really, really isn't. So that looks good. We've got Navajo that we don't care about. Hanoverian, no problem. Okay, Tlemceny. We should be able to deal with that with this force, but I'll bring this one in just to be safe. Hausen, looks good. Oh, Adeni. Where were those? Wrong Aden. I think this is... yeah, these guys. We'll swing up like that and then over. Cool. Okay, there's a number that spawned here. We're just going to bring this force over like that. Should be no problem. Kalka Separatist looks reasonably good. Volhynian, no problem. Neapolitan, that's reasonably expected. I'm going to bring these forces around, not like that. I want you to force march and make your way up like this. And then these guys can make their way over. Also force marched. Cool. We can make sure that we cap back this area. And have we dealt with this? Yes, but we need to cap. Consider it done. Okay, and these guys can spread out. All good. Okay, how are things looking over here? We definitely need to hit here. And then from there, we can come up to there. We can cap back here. And we have someone responding to this, correct? Correct. Okay, that all looks good to me. And we've got Genoese separatists here as well that we were dealing with. Looks good. Cool. Okay, so we win this fight, obviously. That was always going to happen. And we can spread these forces out. Fantastic. And in we go here. These guys can get spread out. We've got more revolts this month. That is fully expected. That was it. Cool. So quite a number of revolts per month. But overall, not that bad. So how are we doing here? We're at 41%. Going to be done on 1 October 1842. So we've got about a year and a half of this. Malwani Separatists down over this way. Looks like no real problem. I'll move both of these forces since they're a little injured, but that'll be fine. Kadi Separatists down here, no issue. Yarkhan Separatists, dealt with. Next up is Uzbek Separatists, dealt with. Next up is these guys. If I can select this force, dealt with. Okay, Mutapan Separatists in several locations over here. I'm going to bring these guys in like so. Unforce march these, and we'll head in. Cool. Sundanese Separatists out here. Shouldn't really be a problem. We'll bring these guys in, and then all of those will head up over here together. Cool. Assyrian Separatists. Out over here. Looks good. We're going to come in like this, and then these guys will come up like that, just in case. Kasanjian Separatists. No issue here. Adalin Separatists. Looks good. Lubin Separatists. Okay, so we definitely need to send forces out over this way. I'm going to pop a leader here. And we'll head in there. Hasalese Separatists will head over. Bemba Separatists. These guys are going to need to be delayed a little bit. We'll deal with them in a bit. Okay, Tunisian Separatists, Kievian Separatists, Sami Separatists, this is all reasonably fine. Shuvash Separatists, maybe a little less fine here, but we'll just force march these two in. It'll be okay. And Kakanja Separatists. These guys are also in the category of they will need to wait for a bit. Okay, so how are we doing now on our provincial unrest? It's improving. How are we rolling on our particularists? I think we're going to have to fight the particularists, unfortunately. I think we're rolling poorly on them. We're at 30% right now. We're probably going to have to fight them. We did delay them by some measure, so that's good. We want to delay them here as long as possible. Okay. So we're going to have more rebels here, we expect. How many? It's going to be a good number. 9. 9 of them. Okay. So Kanem Bornuan rebels, no problem. Tibetan Separatists. We do have forces already heading up in that way. So we'll just do something... No, I don't like that. I'm going to send these guys up. Okay. So Tibetan Separatists, Shun Separatists, this is no problem. Kilwan Separatists, down here. For the time being, this is in the region where they'll have to wait. It'll take us time. A bunch of Separatists out over here. Not super shocking there. I'm going to send this force with the 3-star general to here. We're going to move all of these guys together. And then these forces are going to come in like so, with these guys fighting here. Ish. Okay, Permian Separatists out over here. No problem. Chagatai Separatists. We'll force march these guys, and out we go. And Lundin Separatists, they will have to kind of wait, but we can send this force over. I wouldn't mind force marching these guys and sending these forces to here, like that. Okay. So we'll continue to tick forward here. Yep, they're going to take control of a lot of locations. That's to be expected. Cool. So there's a lot of battles being finished. A lot of rebel groups being taken care of. Which is, of course, perfect. These guys down here, we're going to have to fight again. We're not fully replenished. I'm going to wait at least one more month tick. How much are we replenishing here per month? That's not too bad. Let's give it a go. We will, after all, have the defensive bonus, so that should be good. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only 6 revolts this month. Not so bad. And we're putting down arguably more than 6 per month. I'm going to send a unit from here. We'll split these guys up for purposes of recovery. Orisi Separatists are dealt with. Babylonians. That's a good number of Babylonians. I'm actually going to send this force down. There we go. Ndongans are actually already dealt with. These guys can be dealt with no problem. We'll deal with that. Okay. We're already heading over there. Lithuanian Separatists, they have 56k. We'll bring these guys up just to be safe. Cool. So this is all looking reasonably good. These guys need to come deal with this force. They're heading into Siena? Sure. We'll head over there ourselves. Who's heading to deal with this? I feel like no one is heading to deal with this. Let's go deal with it right now. Cool. These guys are definitely a little low on the old troop count. So we're going to attack here, and we'll tell them to attack here. Cool. So we're winning all of those. Are we going to win here, is the question. Looks like the answer is yes. So that's great. We'll have a few additional revolts this month. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 is an acceptable number. This one is irrelevant. We've got some Bombay Separatists here. So these two forces, I'm going to force march these guys, and they're going to head up here and deal with that. These guys are no problem. Muwari, yeah, we'll head up like so. Algerian Separatists, this is no issue. Ukraine Separatists, looks good. Polotskian Separatists. That's a reasonably high number. I think we will wait until this battle is done. And Horasani Separatists. We can tell these guys to head down there once they're done. Okay. Looks good. How are we doing on coring? We need 68 for our next core. So that'll be next month tick. Looks good. And these guys should attack here. There we go. And we'll just head down like so. Cool. Apparently we missed here, but we'll deal with that. No problem whatsoever there. Where are these guys going? East Tunguska? Sure. We'll just chase them down. Looks absolutely great so far. I'm going to bring this force down here. We'll spread out these guys and these guys and these guys. They definitely need to spread out. There's no doubt about that. Okay. This battle was won. And we've got a few more revolts brewing up here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10. Okay. The question is, when are the particularists going to spawn? They are the threatening ones. And the answer is soon-ish, but we've rolled well the last few months on that. I like it. So next up, we're going to head up over here. No problem. Punjabi Separatists here. A little bit spooky with the 40k stack. We can pop a leader here and go in and attack them. Rwandan Separatists are going to need to be dealt with, of course. So these guys are heading over as is. I want both of them to just head in here. Okay, we'll deal with this in a bit. Our Dalan Separatists are out over here, so we'll head over there. Cool, we can spread this out. Bugandans are dealt with for now. Delian we're working on. These guys we did not respond to. Okay, there we go. Cool. Okay, so that looks all fine. Let's go ahead and get another core going here. And with that, it is time to put a cut in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to continue crushing rebels and coring. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. And a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Casserole, JJ Gamer, ALS Gamer, Kentuin, Atala, Jens Graham. I'm just going to wait for the scroll a bit here. Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Video Games Are Not Real, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video. And as always, I will see you all next time.